If you are 65 or older, the United States government just put $6,000 on the table with your name on it. Not a stimulus check, not a rebate, not a promise. An actual legal permanent deduction sitting inside your 2025 tax return right now that most American retirees have no idea exists. And here's the part that should make your blood boil. The IRS is not going to call you. Your bank is not going to send you a letter. And unless you know exactly where to look on your tax return, you are going to file your 2025 taxes, miss this entirely, and hand the government money that the law says you do not owe. That ends today. My name is Michael Levinen, and in the next 20 minutes, I am going to walk you through exactly what this deduction is, who qualifies, how much it is worth in real dollars to your specific situation, and step by step, how to claim every penny of it before the deadline. Stay with me through the end, because in the final section, I'm going to show you something that most tax preparers are not even telling their clients yet, and it could be worth over $1,400 back in your pocket before the end of the month. Let's start with how this happened and why almost nobody heard about it. In 2024, Donald Trump made a very specific promise to American retirees. He stood on that stage and said, "No more taxes on Social Security. Done. Over. Finished." 60 million Americans heard that promise and exhaled for the first time in years. Then the One Big Beautiful Bill passed in 2025. And if you are one of the retirees who has been waiting for your Social Security to become tax-free, I have to be honest with you right now. That specific promise did not make it into the final bill. Your Social Security is still taxable under the same rules it always has been. I know how that feels. But here is what did make it in. And this is where most people stop reading and where the real money is hiding. Congress added something called the Senior Bonus Deduction, $6,000 per person over the age of 65, $12,000 for a married couple where both spouses are 65 or older. And here is the critical detail that changes everything for millions of retirees. You do not have to itemize to get it. If you take the standard deduction, which is what the overwhelming majority of retired Americans do, this $6,000 stacks directly on top of it. No receipts, no documentation, no complicated forms. You are 65 or older, you file your taxes, you get it. Full stop. Now, let me show you what this actually means in real dollars, because this is where the script your tax preparer is following stops and where your money starts. In 2026, here is what the total tax shield looks like for a married couple where both spouses are over 65. You start with the standard deduction, $32,200. That has always been there. Then you add the existing additional senior deduction, $3,300. Most couples get this automatically and do not even notice it. Now you add the brand new One Big Beautiful Bill senior bonus, $12,000. Total tax shield, $47,500. Nearly $50,000 of your retirement income is completely invisible to the IRS. Let me say that again because I want it to land properly. $47,500 of your income in 2026, Social Security, pension, IRA withdrawals, whatever the source, the IRS cannot touch it. And yet, the most common tax return I see for a retired American couple in 2026 is using $35,000 of that shield because their preparer filled in the standard deduction, added the existing senior deduction, filed, and called it done. That gap, that $12,000 gap, is what the One Big Beautiful Bill added, and it is sitting there unclaimed on millions of tax returns right now. $12,000 taxed at the average retiree rate of 22% is $2,640. $2,640 you are sending to Washington that the law says you do not owe. Now, I need to tell you about the trap, because there is a catch, and if you are not careful, you will trigger it and lose the entire bonus deduction. The senior bonus deduction phases out. If your modified adjusted gross income crosses $75,000 as a single filer or $150,000 as a married couple, the IRS begins clawing it back. 6 cents for every dollar over the threshold. Cross that line by $10,000 and you lose $600 of your bonus. Cross it by the full amount and the entire deduction disappears. Here is where retirees get destroyed by this phase out, and it happens every single year with other deductions too. You decide to take a larger IRA withdrawal in December. Maybe you want to help a grandchild with college. Maybe the market had a good year and you want to lock in some gains. You take $20,000 more than you planned. That one withdrawal, one single decision in December, just pushed you over the phase-out threshold and cost you the entire $12,000 bonus deduction. That is not bad luck. That is a lack of information.
The move, the one that protects your bonus, is called income smoothing. Before you take any large withdrawal, any Roth conversion, any one-time income event, you calculate your current year magi first. If you are within $20,000 of the threshold, you talk to your CPA before you act, not after, before. One phone call, potentially $2,600 saved. Now, here is the part I promised you at the beginning, the part most tax preparers are not mentioning to their clients. What if you already filed your 2024 taxes before this deduction was signed into law, and you missed it? The law has a retroactive provision. You can go back. You file what is called an amended return, IRS Form 1040X. You add the senior bonus deduction to your prior year return. The IRS recalculates your liability, and if you overpaid, which you did, they send you a check. This is not a gray area. This is standard IRS procedure for amended returns. It happens every single year for thousands of taxpayers. The average retiree who missed this deduction and files an amended return is getting back between $900 and $1,400. That is not found money. That was your money. The government was holding it because you did not ask for it back.
Here is your step-by-step action plan. I want you to do this within the next 7 days while it is still fresh in your mind. Step 1. Check your MAGI. Log into your IRS online account at irs.gov or pull your most recent tax return and find your adjusted gross income. If you are under $75,000 as a single filer or $150,000 as a couple, you are in the bonus zone. You qualify. Step 2. Open your 2025 return or ask your preparer to pull it up. Look at Schedule A or your standard deduction worksheet. Find the line for the senior bonus deduction. If that line is blank or missing entirely, you have a problem that needs to be corrected right now. Step 3. If you already filed 2024 taxes and missed this, contact either your tax preparer or a TCE volunteer. TCE stands for Tax Counseling for the Elderly. It is a completely free IRS program staffed by certified volunteers who specialize specifically in senior tax returns. They will help you file your amended return at no cost. You can find your nearest TCE location at irs.gov. Search Tax Counseling for the Elderly. It is free, it is legitimate, and it exists specifically for this situation. Step 4. Take the free 60-second retirement tax risk scan in the description below. It will calculate how much you may have overpaid across this deduction and 4 other senior tax exemptions, specific to your income level and filing status. 60 seconds. No cost, no sales pressure, just your number. The one big, beautiful bill was sold to retirees as a revolution. And honestly, if you know how to use it, it kind of is. Not because it eliminated Social Security taxes. It did not do that. But because it handed every American over 65 a nearly $50,000 tax shield, and then trusted that most people would never find out about the last $12,000 of it. This channel exists to make sure you are not one of those people. Hit subscribe. New video every week.
Every single one focused on keeping more of your retirement income where it belongs, in your hands, not Washington's. And next week, I am breaking down the 5 worst states for retirees in 2026. Some of you are losing $10,000 a year simply by living on the wrong side of a state line. That video goes up Thursday. Drop a comment below and tell me, did you know about the senior bonus deduction before today? I want to know. I read every single one.